Okay, so it's unboxing eBay find for Death Wish 2, Charles Bronson. I don't have anything on Charles Bronson in my collection yet. And these came up around $15, so they're getting pretty close to $20 as well. Getting harder to get. And these covers, it's what I remember Blockbuster having. These do come up on Region 2 sometimes, but Blockbuster never had Region 2, and I don't collect that format, so everything I collect is on Region 1, and that's how I grew up with the movies. I might have to pay a little bit more to get some of them. Either they get harder to find, or they're discontinued, and these are getting harder to find as well. They're getting up there $20. The number 5 is the more expensive one. So I'll get 1 to 4 at least. Number 5, it's going to be around $30 to get, and that's going to be the more expensive one. These, I don't think these were ever any good for me when I grew up. I know I watched like bits and pieces of them, but I never really got to like them. So I'll have to give these another watch. But definitely I want to add some more Charles Bronson into my collection. It's not something I come across locally at all, so these movies I'm either going to have to pay up to get them, or I'm going to have to buy the triple pack or special pack that comes out. And the artwork on these, they get lost, and that's what I remember, or they get transferred into a different format like Region 2 or Blu-ray. And Blu-ray tends to cost more money or more on shipping, and I can't afford to do Blu-ray that often. So I don't have a large Blu-ray collection. Maybe USA thrifting Blu-ray is a lot easier to get, but in my area they do price up Blu-ray a little bit more. Even some better titles that come in for DVD, VHS, or TV shows, they will price it up. And I never seen a Charles Bronson locally, so these are some things I'm gonna have to pay up to get on eBay. If it's rare and discontinued, then I'm going to have to pay a lot more to get them, to get the original cover that I remember Blockbuster having. If I cannot get it, I will try to get the Mega Pack. But the Mega Pack is like a new format, and I'll get that if I have to. If I cannot find these individually. I'm not going to buy it on Region 2 because it's a little bit cheaper. It's not a format that I grew up with, so I don't know that format. It's like you want to start collecting laser discs or something, and he never grew up with them, then you don't know nothing about them, then there's no point in getting them. So just because other people are collecting them doesn't mean I have to. So I try to get what I can within my budget, and that's what I stick with. I'll have to rely on thrifting a little bit. Usually titles like this don't show up thrifting, so I'm gonna have to get the better action or karate off eBay and pay a little bit more to get them. But I will try to get at least 1 to 4. The last one is gonna be a little bit more to get, and it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, or it's gonna have a little bit more on shipping. But the part 1, part 2, and part 3 are still available to get, and that's the ones I'm going for right now. Thanks for watching. So I checked in my collection, I don't have nothing on Charles Bronson, so it's probably something that's really hard to find for my area for some reason. Normally I would have something like for karate, but I don't have nothing for Charles Bronson. So I know I grew up watching a few of his movies, and probably 1 or 2 of Death Wish, and not something I remember, but I know at least I've seen it, or I've seen bits and pieces of it. So I'm glad to at least get this one, and I'll try to get part 1, part 3, part 4, and if I can, I'll try to get part 5. So I know there's at least 1 to 5, or I might have to end up buying the Mega Pack. But I want to get these with the pictures, because pictures tend to get lost when it's like this, and gets reproduced in those Mega Packs. But thanks for watching my collection. Everything I get, I try to get on Region 1. If I cannot, I'll try to get it on VHS or maybe on Blu-ray, but Blu-ray is too expensive for me. Thanks for watching.